All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. So, in this video, I'll be explaining how to calculate pips, what pips mean, and how to make great use of it in your trading. So, what do we say is pip? We say a pip is usually the last decimal place of a price quote. Like this, we are talking about forex, right? A pip, the abbreviation for a pip is percentage in point. Percentage in point. So, we are talking about pips. Now, for pips, how do you calculate it? For most of the currency pairs, like Euro USD, GBP USD, and so on and so forth, most of the currency pairs has four decimal places. Four decimal places. Now, how do you calculate the pips? You calculate it by either subtraction or addition. Subtraction or addition. So when you are calculating, you start from the fourth decimal place because some liquidity providers do give us 5 decimal places of most of the currency pairs. Apart from the JPY pairs and gold, most of the liquidity providers can give you like 5 decimal places. But I usually start the calculation from the fourth place because the fifth decimal place always calculated in point. The fifth decimal place is always calculated in point. So let's do it. But what do I mean by a decimal point? A decimal point is like a decimal is a way to show a part of a whole number. A decimal is a way to show a part of a whole number. So if we have something like, let me do that one here. If you have something like 310, if let's say we have you want to buy a pizza, right? The pizza like has been a pizza like this. It has been sliced into 10. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. So let's add another one here. So we have 10. So if the pizza has been sliced into 10 and you eat 3 out of it, you have 3 over 10. So it will be left with 7. That same 3 over 10 can be written like this: 0.3 out of 10. Out of 10. That same 3, that same 3 over 10 can be written as 0.3 because it's already the 0.3 showing is the decimal. This dot here is what you call the decimal point. This dot here is what we call the decimal point. This one is what you call the decimal point. So now back to forex. So when you say a decimal point is simply a period or a dot that separates the whole number part of a number from its fractional part. A decimal point is a period or dot that separates the whole number part of a number from its fractional part. Okay, so now that we understand the calculation of now that we understand what decimal points mean, now let's look at the real definition, like how to calculate the pips in terms of forex. So let's say a pair like Euro USD, right, has made a 2 pip move from the current price. So the current price of Euro USD is 1.0458. So that's the current price of Euro USD. And Euro USD has made a 2 pips move from the current price of 0.0458. What will now be the new value? What will now be the new value? Because you said Euro USD has made a 2 pip move. A 2 pip move. So what will now be the new value if the current price is 1.0458? What we do is we do addition, because it has made a 2 pip move. We didn't say to the upside or to the downside. So if you want to know if you did a 2 pip move to the upside, you do addition. You add 2. So now you see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 decimal places. So you start counting from the 4th place. So if you add 2 to this, you have here 0.640.1. That's what you have, 1.0460, because 2 was added to the 8, which made it 10, and the 10, because you can't write 10, you add it to the 5, then you have 6, then you write the rest. So because when you add, let's say 2 to 58, you have 60. 2 to 58, you have 60. So that's what the calculation of 2 pip move on Euro USD to the upside mean. But if Euro USD was to make, the current price was 5.8, was to make a 2 pip move to the downside, we will now do subtraction, -2. So we now have 6540.1, because Euro USD made a 2 pip move to the downside. If Euro USD made a 2 pip move to the upside, we have 1.0460. If it made a 2 pip move to the downside, we have 1.0456. It's addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction. So I added the 2 to this and I got this. I subtracted the 2 from this and I got this. So that's how to calculate the pips. Simple. It's that simple. Now let's look at another example. Let's say GBP USD. GBP USD. So if the current price of GBP USD, the current price of GBP USD is 1.2129, and GBP USD made a 3 pip move. A 3 pip move. So if it made a 3 pip move to the upside, we will do addition, right? +3. So here we will have 2312.1. This is what you have, because Euro USD, GBP USD from 1.2129 made a 3 pip move to the upside. So since it made a move to the upside, we did addition, and addition, we add 3 to the 9. So 3 to the 9 will give us 12, right? So the 12, you can't write it here, so you write 2, you add a 1 to the 2, you have 3, 1, 2, and then the 1 comes after the decimal point. So if Euro USD made a 3 pip move to the upside, this is what we have. If Euro USD, GBP USD rather, 2129, made a 3 pip move to the downside, if GBP USD made a 3 pip move to the downside, this is what you get. So 3 minus, now you have 6, you have 2 here, you have 1, you have 2.1. This is what we have if GBP USD was to make a 3 pip move to the downside. If it was to make a 3 pip move to the downside, this is what we will have. If GBP USD was to make a 3 pip move to the downside, this is what you have. If it was to make a 3 pip move to the upside, this is what you have. That's how to calculate. Most of these currency pairs are in 4 decimal places. You can name them from NZD card, AED CHF, GBP USD, Euro USD, USD card, USD CHF, all of them. This is the same approach. This is the same approach. Now, for the JPY pairs, the calculation of the JPY pairs a little bit different. The calculation of the JPY pairs are a little bit different. So that is why the way we calculate the pairs with the four decimal places is not the same way we calculate the pairs with the 3 decimal places. But this is how we calculate the pairs with the 4 decimal places. This is how you do it. Subtraction and addition. You just have to know how many for you to know, like let's say for example, the current price, let's say enter a buy trade on Euro USD and you entered at 1.0458, and you want to have a take profit of 60 pips, right? you want to have a take profit of 60 pips and a stop loss of 20 pips. What do you now do? You want a take profit of 60 pips. So what you do is you do addition. So in this case, addition, you add 60 to the current price, which was your entry price, right? Your entry price, you add 60 to it. So you then do the addition and get the value, the number you get is what you input as your take profit. So let's do it and see. So 0.8 will be 8, 5 plus 6 will be 11. So you write 1 here, 5, 0.1. So if you want a take profit of 60 pips, this is what you have to input at your take profit zone. If you want a take profit of 60 pips, this is what you input at your take profit zone. If you want a stop loss of 20 pips, this is what you do. The current price 1.0458. So you want a stop loss of 20 pips. So you do subtraction. That's if you are in a buy trade. You do subtraction. Subtraction of 20 pips. Now, 0 minus 8 will give you 8. 2 minus 5 will give you 3. 4, 0.1. So your stop loss will be 1.0438. Your take profit will be 1.0518. And your entry will be 1.0458. If you want a stop loss of 20 pips, this will be your stop loss value. If you want a take profit of 60, if you want a stop loss of 20 pips, this will be your stop loss value. And if you want a take profit of 60 pips, this will be your take profit value. This will be your take profit value. Let's look at a sell scenario one more time, then we end the video right here. So let's say you want to take a sell trade on GBP USD, right? You want to take a sell trade. You want your stop loss to be 20 pips and your take profit to be 120 pips. You want your stop loss to be 20 pips, your take profit 120 pips. This is what you do. So if the current price of GBP USD is 1.2129, your stop loss will be 20 pips. So you do subtraction to get your stop loss. You do subtraction. So what you do is you do minus 20. So 0 minus 9 will give you 0, 9. 2 minus 2 will give you 0, 1, 2.1. This will be your stop loss. 1.2109. That will be your stop loss because you want a stop loss of 20 pips. If you want a take profit of 120 pips, what you do is your current price will be 1.2129. That's your entry. And you want a take profit. Whoa, I think I made a mistake here. Okay, so we are in a sell scenario rather. We are in a sell scenario. So let's do it again. So here we said you want to, let me cancel this. Let me do it again. This is wrong because why? It's wrong because you are in a sell scenario. So if you are in a sell scenario, your stop loss is supposed to be above your entry, not below. This is correct because you are in a buy, but this is wrong because you are in a sell. So that's why I cancel it. So let's do it again. So let's say you want to take a sell on GPUSD. Your stop loss will be 20 pips. So in this case, you are not going to do subtraction. You are supposed to do addition. So you get your stop loss right. So addition, you add 20 to this. So here we have 9, 4, 1, 2, 1. We add 9 plus 0 is 9. 2 plus 2 is 4. 0 plus 1 is 1 and 0 plus 2 is 2. So that is what you input as your, this is what you input as your stop loss. This is 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 not a stop loss. This is your stop loss. This is your stop loss. Now let's look at the take profit scenario. The entry price will be 1.2129. 1.2129, and you want a take profit of 120 pips. You are in a sell trade. You want to enter a sell trade. So you do subtraction rather. You do subtraction of 120 pips. 120. So here you have 9. So you write 9. 0 minus 9 is 9. 2 minus 2 is 0. 1 minus 1 is 0. Then you have 0 minus 2 is 2. Then you have point here, you have 1. So this will be your take profit. This will be your take profit if you are in a sell trade on GBPUSD, and this will be your take profit if you are in a sell trade. This will be your take profit if you are in a sell trade on this. Will be your take profit if you are in a sell trade on GBPUSD, and this will be your stop loss if you are in a sell trade on GBPUSD. This will be your stop loss if you are in a buy trade on Euro USD, and this will be your take profit if you are in a buy trade on Euro USD. This is wrong. This calculation is wrong. So whenever you are in a buy trade, your take profit is meant to be above the entry and your stop loss below. If you are in a sell trade, your take profit above your take profit below your entry and your stop loss above your entry. So that's how to calculate the pips on most of the currency pairs in forex. I will do a video on how to calculate pips on other currency pairs like JPY pairs and indices and commodities. All will be dropping very soon. So